Hi everyone again. So I tried to draw this question which was given the hyperbola with the two foci, which is 6:0 and 6:4. Notice that the 6 and the 6 are not changing, so the hyperbola will be of the y-axis. So what I mean the hyperbola will be like this, right? It changes. So the 6 here, it's a, which is this 6:0 is the foci that was provided, and the b is the other foci, which was 6:4, the other foci, right? Then I drew the asymptotes which we were given. I drew this and they give me this, and this is the center, you see, of the asymptote. This is the intersection of the asymptote, which is what? It's still 6 here, but it's 2 there. It's 2. The center is 6. It's 6:2. This is the center, not the c. The c, now how do we calculate the c? We see the foci. The foci, the distance from a to b is equal to 2c. And what is the distance from a to b? It's just 1 2 3 4 from the value. It's 4. So it's 4. So 2c is equal to 4 divided by 2 divided by 2. C is equal to 2. Right, we already have the c. Why are we calculating this? We want to insert into this equation ac square equals to a square plus b square, right? So we can calculate for a and b so that we can form the equation. So now what are we going to do? We're going to just sketch this hyperbola the way we think will look, but from the center to the vertice, from center to the vertice, what's the distance? The distance is a. Remember, it's a, the a we are looking for. It's a, the distance, right? And from the center to the b, to the foci, not the foci, I mean from the center to the vertice, it's also what? A. Remember that it's also a. So now remember, there's the box. There's this box that is formed. This box, I'm going to draw it straight. That is formed. Remember, from the vertice to the intersection of the asymptote line to the intersection of the asymptote, this intersection, right? From the center to this box, to this point, it's what? It's b. Remember, it's b, right? It's b. And from the center to this box, it's b too. So now remember, now see, what is the coordinate of this then? What is the coordinate there? Since this is 2 to a, we're going to calculate this value. But now what is this? This is b. The distance from the center to the here, it's b. We want this x value. It's going to be, what is this? It's 6 minus b is this coordinate. So it's going to be 6 minus b. It's going to give us this value. Let me write this value upside down. It's going to be 6 minus what? B is this value, right? Is this value, is the x value here. It's the x value. It's not 4. Don't I just scratches this thing. It's not 4, but it's what? Is 6 minus b, right? But this is the x coordinate. The y coordinate is associated with a. From the center to, right, from the center, what is this point? Which is this distance? This field. It's going to be this minus this distance. It's going to give us this field. Remember, so it's this. What is this field? It's here. It's 2. It's 2. Remember, this is the center, which is 6:2. So it's 2 minus this distance, which is a. Is going to give us this point. It's a. We are looking for this point. Actually, we want to connect this point. Right, we have this. Now we have this point, right? Then now we are going to try and calculate the other point. The other point is also the same, but now it's what? It's 6 plus b now, and it's 2 plus a. So the point is just a, the change of the sign. The other point is 6 plus b, 2 plus a. So now I have this point. Now I want to determine the gradient, but the gradient is given here. It's 1/2 from the equation. It's 1/2, right? From the equation, it's half. Actually, it's half. So, but I have this point. Let me play around with these points. Then the point I have is that 6 minus b right? This is the x value, comma, what is the other one? 2 minus a, which is the y value. And the other point I have is 6 plus b and 2 plus a. This is the y value, this is x value. So then we calculate the gradient. Then what is the gradient? It's going to be m is equals to y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2. So what is the gradient from the equation? Is half, right? It's half, equals to y1 is, I can choose this one, is 2 minus a, minus, what is the other one? Is 2 minus b, but it's 2 plus b plus a, I mean, right? Notice I put the bracket here. So now x1, what is x1? Is 6 minus b, right? 6 minus b minus, what is the other one? 6 plus b, 6 plus b. Now I'm going to try and solve this. It's going to be 2a minus a, what is this? It's going to be distributed here. It's minus 2 minus a divided by 6 minus b. It's going to be distributed here, minus 6 minus b. It's b here, sorry, it's b here. So I'm going to play this 2 will cancel this 2, and negative a minus a is negative 2a divided by this, cancel this, negative b minus b, it's minus b, it's 2b. So the negative cancel, the 2 cancels, so half is equals to a over b. This is the what I wanted to have. So multiplied by b both sides, so 2a it's b equals to a. So now we have a. So now we are going to play around with this equation. Then this equation, notice what is c? C is 2. We calculated it. 2 square equals to, I'm using this equation. What is a? A is half, it's half b, so it's half b square plus b square. Notice that I have b, I'm solving for just for b, then the b I get, I'm going to substitute here to get a. So this is simultaneous equations. So 2 to the power 4 is 4 equals to, what is this? It's going to be 1 over 4 b square, right? Then plus b square. So these are like terms, and this invisible one here I'm going to add there. It's going to be 1 over b square, it's plus 4 over 4 b square. 4 over 4 is just 1. I just want to have the same denominator. So 4, yeah, it's going to, but I can also use the LCD here. The 4 is just the denominator. I'm going to multiply by 4 there, it's 16. Multiply by 4 here, it's going to be b square. Multiply by 4 here, it's going to be plus 4b. So it's the same thing. So now I'm going to solve then. It's still b square here. So how am I going to solve this then? It's 1 and 4 here. It's going to be 5 b square. Then divided by 5, divided by 5. B square is equal to this value, which is 16 over 5. Then square root, then b square, now it's going to be plus or minus that value. So it's going to be plus or minus square root of 16 over 5. And what is this square root? It's going to be plus or minus 4 square root 5. And you're going to try and rationalize this if you want. So this is our b, right? Remember this b, when we put it on the thing there, it's going to give us, so this is our b. We can substitute b there here from this equation there. It's going to be half. It's going to be half. What is b? B is calculated. It's 4 over square root 4 square root 5, right? Equals to a. We're calculating a. Don't worry about the sign here. The sign doesn't matter, because end of the day this thing will be squared. It's going to be squared on the equation. So what is this value? It's going to be 4 2 square root 5. It's going to be 4 square root 5. So this is a, not a square but a. So now it's going to be squared. So obviously it's going to be plus or minus because of the b, plus or minus, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be squared and the sign is going to just be positive. So it's fine. So now what is the equation of the hypotenuse? So this is y. So this is from the graph, this is opened up along the y-axis, so the y will start. It's going to be y minus k square divided by a square minus what, x minus h squared divided by b squared equals to 1. The minus here, right? So what is k and h? The k and h is the center we got here. These are the k and h, and what is h is 6 and 2 here. So k is 2, so it's y minus 2 square minus what is h? H is 6. Is this cent the intersection of the asymptotes? Is this cent this point, right? Is the represent the h and the k. So that divided by what is a? A is squared, this thing squared, right? So it's going to be 4 square root of 2 square root of 5 squared divided by b. What is b? B is this. It's 4 square root of, it's 4 over 5, right? So this is 4 over 5. It's squared here. So this is the equation, but you can also further write this equation by using that value. So it's going to be, what is the equation? It's y minus 2 square, né? Over what is this? It's going to be 16 over what is this? It's going to be 4 times 5, which is 10, divided by 10 minus x minus b, oh, minus 6, this is not b, 6 squared, right? Squared over what is this? 16 over 5. So it's 16 over 5. So you can try and write this on the other side. The 10 will go upward. What do I mean is that multiply by the reciprocal, then multiply by 1 over 10, both side 1 over, not 1 over 10, I mean 10 over 1, 10 over 1. In the 10 cancel this, the 10 is left there, so it's 10 y minus 2 square divided by what? 16. And here it's going to be multiplied by 1 over 5 over 1 times 5 over 1 to get rid of this. So it's going to be 5 x minus 6 square divided by 16, right, equals to 1. So this, our ladies and gentlemen, this is the hyperbola we have. Notice it's not the circle, since this is the same, not the circle, because there's a video is there. So this is the equation. The equation, I hope you see the equation clearly, equals to 1 here. This is the equation, and I hope you understand how we got those values, the a and b.